All right, good evening. We set? Good evening and welcome to this year's Caron Foundation Benefit Dinner. My name is Chris Booker from MTV2. It's great to be here. Thank you. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out to support the outstanding, enduring work of the Caron Foundation and tonight's honoree, Chairman and CEO of MTV Networks, Tom Preston. Tom is an individual who not only donates his time and resources to pro-social causes, but also challenges us to do the same. He is also deeply committed to the young people in their intellectual, physical, and emotional development, which is why it's fitting that tonight's proceeds go to the Adolescent Treatment Scholarship Fund. So that's Caron's services are opened up to even more people in the area of New York. You can't talk about Tom Preston without talking about music. His diverse tastes and love of music will be on display tonight as Melissa Etheridge, Steve Earle, Darrius Rucker, Joan Osborne, Johnny Reznick, India Arie, and Wyclef Jean pay tribute to the music of the Beatles, backed by the soon-to-be legendary Faux. It's an evening you definitely will not forget. We ready to kick off the evening? I'd like to introduce the president of the Caron Foundation, Douglas Tiemann.
I'd like to introduce a short film that I think will give you an idea of what the Caron Foundation is all about.
I want everyone thinking out of the box in the next few minutes. Come on, guys, I want to hear from everyone. FBI, customs, treatment. Is there anybody from treatment on this plane?
No, Judge.
Well, then I want to know why there isn't anybody from treatment on this plane.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get this party going again. Ladies and gentlemen, Lorraine Bracco.
Thank you and good evening, everyone. It's nice to be here supporting the Caron Foundation and the wonderful work that they do. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Preston. Aha! You did the same thing I did. Tom, hi, honey. I must say it was fun learning about him today. On behalf of the Caron Foundation, Tom, I would like to present you with the Richard J. Caron Award of Excellence. And I love that. It's a fabulous photo.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Dr. Melfi. Thank you, Lorraine, very much. See you in the office. But thank you, everyone, for coming tonight and helping support the Caron Foundation. The people there, as you've seen and heard, I mean, the job they do is fantastic. It's first rate. And this is something that is so needed, and I know everybody in the audience knows that. We've raised a record amount of money tonight, so once again, give yourselves a hand. We just broke the $600,000 mark. I'm very jazzed about the music tonight, and I think it's very appropriate that we've chosen the Beatles, the music of the Beatles, for our entertainment. So many people got into drugs when the Beatles were popular that it's only fair that we play some Beatles music to help them get off. Many great things came out of the 60s and some not so great things, but the Beatles were really one of the best things. They always went for the positive, they never took the low road, and they always went towards the light. You know, at the height of the Vietnam War, someone asked Paul McCartney why the Beatles didn't write a song against the war, and Paul said, all our songs are against the war. Really love those Beatles lunch boxes, so use those tomorrow when you pack your lunch for work. Now, I know you're all going to have a great time. We've got some of the best musicians in the country and some of the biggest stars in the music business today to sing what are really some of the best songs that have ever been written. So I don't think anything can really go wrong. I want you just to settle back and enjoy this.
Right now, please welcome our band for the evening. This is what you were waiting for, okay? I want to introduce you guys. Will Lee, Jimmy Bavino, Frank Agnello, Rich Pagano, and Jack Petrozelli, the Fab Faux. Give it up for them.
You tell me that you got everything you
one, and your bird can sing. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all his nowhere plans for nobody. Doesn't have a point of view.
Once there was a way to get back homeward. Once there was a way to get back home. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry. And I will sing a lullaby. Golden slumbers fill your eyes. Everybody's got something to hide, except for me and my monkey.
Cry, baby, cry. Make your mother sigh. She's old enough to know better. So cry, baby, cry. Cry, 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 baby. Make your mother sigh. To the long, winding road. You left me standing here. She came in through the bathroom window, protected by a silver spoon. Now she sets her thumb and wonder by the banks of her own lagoon. Oh, shoot me. Shoot me. Shoot me. Oh, shoot me. Hey, here come on flat top. He come growing up slowly. He got juju eyeball. He want holy roller. He got hair down to his knees. Oh, he got to be a joker. He just do what he please. Come together right now over me. When I find myself in time of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Oh, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Oh, there will be an answer. Let it be, let it, let it, let it. Oh, let it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Come on, come on, come on now, baby.
you brought out these photographs for a good reason and a good cause.
Yes. When we were approached to see if we would donate them to the Karen Foundation, it was going to be a Beatles night, and John Hoving
That was
asked
last night?
Yeah, it was last night. It was a fabulous time. Boy, that place was rocking. I had a great time. I was
very
going to go back to London last night before I found out about this.
Who were some of the people who performed? I think Joan Osborne, we just got a glimpse of her real quick. She sang a favorite Beatles song?
Yeah, everyone sang their most favorite song. It was fabulous. And what was nice, it was a whole group of singers and performers that I hadn't heard sing the Beatles stuff.
Is that the Faux, or was there was a...
there was,
yes,
there were.
So it was
Oh, everyone was joining in. It was fabulous.
But how much did you raise?
We raised nearly $50,000 just for the photographs, which is super. Everyone walked in, and as soon as you walked in, they were all on different easels and stands, and it took me an hour or so to work out how I wanted them done. And people walked in and went, oh.
Just ahead on Business Unusual, Fab 4 Fever. A photographer talks about a new exhibit featuring his rarely seen Beatles pictures. That's when we return. When photographer Tom Murray stopped by Business Unusual this winter, his never-before-seen Beatles photographs were up for auction, and the proceeds went to a teen rehabilitation foundation. Well, several months have passed, and Tom Murray joins us once again to talk about what's been going on with him and his famous pictures. Welcome.
Hello, nice to see you again.
And I guess to put it in one sentence is you've had fantastic results. You've had 2 auctions, actually.
Yes. Yep,
so the first one was in April.
Yep.
Tell me about that.
That was for the Richard Karen Foundation, and we auctioned a complete set of all 23 images, and that was the first time they've ever been seen in this country.
There were actually more than 23 photographs that you took that one fateful day, yes?
Oh, yes, I binned them, though.
Oh, you burned them.
I cut them in half and threw them away.
You are a perfectionist, that is for sure. But then you had another auction just a week ago, and that one was in London. The first one was in New York.
That's correct.
And also for a foundation. Who did that benefit?
Yes, that was for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I've donated 2 prints to them each year out of this Beatles collection, and the 2 we auctioned at Blenheim Palace at a huge ball were signed by Sir Paul McCartney, and they went for really big bucks. We got $12,000 for one.
Which is why you only had 2 that went for about half the price of the first auction. Yeah. And in addition to that, we've just had an opening of or I guess the debut of your pictures at a Soho gallery.
Yes.
Which so they'll be on view for about a month. And this is a whole nother set of Beatles photos, or what are they exactly?
This is the first time all 23 have been made available at any exhibition anywhere, and that's at Pop International Gallery, and people can go and see all 23 of my pictures.
And so I guess the relevance here is not only if you're a Beatles fan, which would be enough to draw so many people, but the fact is these were the last photographs of them shot together as a group.
Yeah, the idea behind this shoot was that the Beatles wanted to do a lot of publicity and promotional pictures. They invited a couple of photographers along, because after that they only wanted to do specific shots for specific album covers. So that's why the Beatles actually called it a mad day, because we rushed around all over London in the summer of '68 and just snapped away. And I was lucky. I got some of the best pictures ever of the whole shoot.
I'm not clear, though. Was this something did you know you were going to be photographing the Beatles that day?
No, someone just said, would I come along and drive them around? And I said, sure. And as they walked out the door, they said, bring your camera, you might get some nice snaps. So when we turned up and I heard someone playing the Beatles, so I thought, oh, that's interesting.
Lady Madonna.
And I walked in and went, oh, wow, it's them. It's the whole crowd.
Paul McCartney on the piano.
And I said, is this the group? He said, oh, yeah, didn't I say? I said, no, you didn't say it was the Beatles. And I went, whoa. And then I went, oh, no equipment, no assistants, 1 camera, 2 rolls of film. But I came back with some of the best shots ever.
Because you are, in fact, a renowned photographer.
Yes.
You were at the time. Lord Snowdon helped introduce you to a lot of royal subjects. Yeah. But also, I guess, the quality of these Beatle pictures is that, as everyone knows, their parting was acrimonious.
Yes.
And at that day, they were in high spirits.
Yes, well, they actually said in their book they had a fabulous time that day. And it was a very relaxed shoot. And because I looked like a little kid with a camera, I think I got shots that no one else got. That's why I used to wear suits when I went out somewhere posh, because people used to say, where's the photographer? And I go, it's me, it's me.
So they trusted you, and you were really a contemporary of theirs then, as opposed to
I was only 25, and they were the group. They were the most famous people in the world even then.
But now you fast forward several decades, what can you tell us about their allure? I mean, clearly in auctions, people with big bucks, they know their place in pop music history. But what about with mainstream public? How popular are the Beatles?
I think every generation finds the Beatles. You hear the Beatles songs all over the world all the time, and the great thing is that people can sing along to the songs, and everyone remembers them. It's one of the few groups where perhaps even Granddad and Grandma remember the Beatles song, and Mum and Dad went out and snogged to the Beatles song. I know I played the Beatles song in the studio till we wore out the discs.
They're certainly a staple in my household. And these pictures, it should be said, are for profit now.
Yes.
What are you estimating the price?
The price starts at $22.50 now, but the gallery thinks because of
That's $2,250, not $22.50.
Yes, that's quite true. The gallery thinks they may go as high as $5,000 quite quickly, because I wanted to keep it down to a small edition, so to give them rarity, and I wanted it to be really big prints. They're very first-class prints, archival quality.
Well, they're on view for another month in downtown Manhattan. Tom Murray, the photographer behind those classic Beatles pictures. Thank you for joining us again.
Thank you for asking me.